Hello, all. It is Shannon, your star presence astrologer from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And I'm here to talk about some of my favorite parts of Geminis. We're getting very close to the end of Gemini season. So by next week, I will be on to Cancers. But yeah, in celebration of Geminis, I wanted to talk about just the trash talk that happens about Gemini sometimes because they get accused of being superficial, glib, fickle, and amoral, which is a lot of stuff to sling at Geminis. They're known as flirts and non-committal kind of multiple personality disorder human beings. And in keeping with that, Gemini was the one sign that I said I would never date because I was scared of their ability to detach and move on and their flirtatious nature. But lo and behold, it was a sign that I married. So, what I have discovered about Geminis is that all of those things that can be slung at them also have countersides to them that are wonderful strengths. So, yeah, I love my husband's flirtatious nature. Just that he's warm and bubbly and social, and that kind of that superficiality or amorality is something that I've talked about in the last few weeks about Gemini's ability to have a varied focus and their desire and quest to know a lot about many different subjects, and then that they can pivot quickly between positions. So this is actually it's great for them in many ways. But just this ability to see many different perspectives and myriad ways of being in the world makes them very responsive as opposed to reactive, in my experience. They're an air sign, so they kind of they have that rational, objective ability to step back from a situation and try to evaluate what's happening here. What are the responses I'm seeing? What's really going on, and to not engage in a super sensitive way. So, as an example, that Gemini is an air sign. I'm a water sign, so I feel things first, and I can be hypersensitive, and I tend towards reactivity. And my husband really helps me to be like, maybe that's not what they meant, or maybe that's not what's really going on in the situation. And he's also really good if we get into fights because he keeps a very cool head, and then it tempers me because you see that example and it encourages you to kind of calm the hell down. So yeah, that's something I've seen is there's a responsiveness that air signs have, and in particular the Geminis that I know and love, where they can really take a step back and evaluate what's happening, and instead of having a sensitive emotional reaction to it, they're going to kind of like, yeah, take that what's all the different perspectives and collate the information and then figure out how they want to respond from there. So I love this about the Geminis that I know and love. I also love that they're fun people, and I love that you never really know what you're going to get. Most Geminis I know are actually very stable, but they're good to be quiet and kind of contained, and they're good to like party, and they're thoughtful, and there's just so many aspects to the Geminis that I know and love. And yeah, I don't find you super glib or superficial. I just find you super. So that's the end of Gemini season. I hope you all had a great week, and what a win! Last night. I am a fair weather bandwagon Raptors fan, but I watched it and it was glorious. So have a great weekend. Celebrate the Geminis in your life, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.